Hey Leo, welcome to your April 2024 mid-month reading here. We're just going to go ahead and get started, my friends, and jump straight in. I hope you're all doing well out there. Let's see. Let's take a look here. You pull the Knight of Swords. Also, too, I want to make a quick announcement. The personal readings are on sale at this time, so if you're curious or interested in one, that link will be down below in the description. You pull the Knight of Swords, Page of Pentacles, and this Faith card, which is the Hierophant. Let's see here. You pulled the Ace of Pentacles, the Seven of Cups, and you pulled the Five of Pentacles here. You pulled the Palace of Pentacles, which is, or Palace of Coins. I'll explain that card. You have the Ace of Swords, and you have the Three of Swords here. All right. So let's take a look at this, Leo. Definitely, this is a reading. So you have the Knight of Swords here. It's interesting. One thing that I'm picking up on immediately with this reading is that, you know, with this Faith card, I feel like at this time, maybe your faith is wavering or maybe your faith is being tested here. But it's interesting, as a Leo, it's like we naturally do have strong faith, right? Because Leo deals with confidence and authority, right? And happiness and creativity and expression. However, with Pluto being in Aquarius, you know, I think Leos could be, you know, you have an opposition going on, basically, right? It's like Pluto's opposing you. You're like, fuck, your resolve is being challenged. The Knight of Swords, and for good reason, right? There's deeper transformations going on in the collective, and I think Leos are just trying to figure out how they can show up in the world. But with the Knight of Swords here, Page of Pentacles, and this Faith card, you know, I think it's important to stay the course, Leo, because I do see here, though, there are some things here that you are struggling with. I got to keep it 100% real. I do see that it's like you're trying to cultivate and figure out the best way to preserve things and sustain things and to create value and to create more value, or to start to create and create that sense of inner prosperity. It could be on an external level as well. And so this Knight of Swords, Page of Pentacles is saying, like, you keep going, have faith with what you're doing. The Faith card as well, the Hierophant, talks about morals, values, and principles that support and uplift you through tough times. Your beliefs, basically, right? And it's about believing. It's about, when we talk about the Faith card, the Hierophant, it does deal with, like, it is a very spiritual card, right? It's a very spiritual card. And it's about having something that you can place your burdens upon, or that it's a higher principle that allows you to be able to remain the course when things do get difficult. And so this Knight of Swords, Page of Pentacles is telling you to keep going steady, to not stop, right? Knight of Swords is actually telling you, like, you can actually do more, or you can speed up the process here, or just to keep the process going with the Page of Pentacles. And Page of Pentacles is the steady application and, like, applying yourself and making improvements, because this Ace of Pentacles being in your current energy at this time, it's like you're really wanting to plant new seeds. Like, you're really wanting to cultivate something that does sustain, does endure, is prosperous, does bring that sense of pleasure and joy, and does support you, right? And the Seven of Cups being in your challenge, it's like you have these desires, right? And also, the Seven of Cups is the power of the imagination. It's where we can use our imagination for good or bad. And so that's why this Faith card is very important. It's like you want to orient your consciousness around something that's of a higher nature and of a higher principle and that's of a higher vision for yourself, to help you bring in your desires that you really want. Because, like I said, you can use your imagination in the incorrect way, create illusions of fear and all this other stuff. And so that's why it's important here. It's like the power of the imagination, like your imagination. Your ability to be able to use your life force energy and to channel it into the right vision, right? The right thing, right? The proper vision that you're actually trying to go, right? You're actually trying to, the things that you really want. The Ace of Swords here is the advice. Ace of Swords is about intentions. Seven of Cups being in the challenge, there's options and there's choices. You always have an option and a choice. And the Ace of Swords is like to pierce through the veil here. The Ace of Swords deals with intention. It's like, what do you desire, and what is that intention? How can you bring that into this reality? And it starts by setting an intention, right? Having clarity and knowing what you're sticking to, or knowing what your intentions are, and reminding yourself of what your intentions are. You have this Five of Pentacles here in the future position. Five of Pentacles, again, you could be struggling at this time. You have it with an Ace of Pentacles. You're trying to cultivate more value in your life, whether that's resources, money, prosperity, or just a feeling of support and groundedness, right? And so, yeah, I can see things have been difficult for sure, right? You may be feeling like, you know, it's not as great as you want it to be at this time. And so it's like you're just trying to figure out how you can find solutions, right? Five of Pentacles, Mercury and Taurus. Mercury deals with the intellect and the processing of things and using the mind to, it's how you use the mind, right? So you can use it positively or negatively. But it's also solutions, right? Figuring out solutions. And so it's like focusing the solution on how you can cultivate love and prosperity and joy. But I definitely see, you know, it's difficult. The Palace of Pentacles here in the position of something you're unaware of at this time here. The Palace of Pentacles is telling you not to forget. This is what I'm hearing. Don't ever forget your past accomplishments, or don't ever forget the things that you have persevered and overcome before, right? Because sometimes we can slip into this mindset of feeling like we can lose touch, right? And so I think this King or Palace of Pentacles, sorry, is a reminder to yourself. It's like there's things in your life at this time that you can either reflect on or that you can acknowledge right now that's in your reality that can bring you that sense of sustainability and prosperity and support. The Palace of Pentacles also like does deal a lot with work. And so one thing I'm seeing here is like a lot of you, it's like you're having to put an emphasis on work maybe for the rest of the month, or working on things that are important to you that help create prosperity. But also Palace of Pentacles here as well is like saying like, because I really see this card as like Taurus in a way. Some of you may have a strong Taurus placement. I almost feel like the universe is saying like, to remember like your value. Five of Pentacles is when like we can be struggling with that, you know. And so this card is a reminder to yourself. It's like I feel like there's things around you, Leo, that you can actually, it's like gratitude. It's like things that you can actually, it's about becoming consciously aware of like the things in your life that can bring that sense of support that you need. Some of you could be unemployed, right? Maybe you're trying to find a job. Ace of Pentacles, Five of Pentacles, Palace of Coins. Palace of Coins is obviously trying to find somewhere that's an establishment that you can work, that provides for you, and that is a place for you to be able to cultivate your own prosperity, right? So, but damn, I really feel you, Leo. It's like there's so many resources for you to tap into at this time. Don't forget the resources that are around you. You actually have a lot more than you think you do. You have the Three of Swords here and the outcome here. I think you're having to make certain sacrifices here, Leo. The Three of Swords is kind of like the harsh reality of things. It's a card of acceptance, and it's a card of like, you know, where we have to understand it's like, all right, things are a little bit, they're off balance basically, and I have to acknowledge that. And I have to, with this card being Saturn and Libra, I have to be analytical and critical upon myself to understand how I can bring things back into balance. I mean, I'm not gonna lie, it's kind of it's one of them reads, but yeah, fifth house here says creativity. Now, obviously this card does deal with creativity, but it's also like your happiness. The sense of interconnection you feel to your self-expression, to your confidence, right? Especially for you, Leo. And so don't ever stop creating. The Palace of Pentacles as well is like understanding that there's so much abundance. It's like it's about shifting your mindset from lack, Five of Pentacles, into a mindset of abundance and prosperity. It's like when we go through difficult things, we can always expect the worst, or we can feel like, you know, we're not going to be able to get what it is that we want or create what it is that we want. But the resources are here for you to do that. Yeah, this adjustments are required. So I think there are adjustments with that Three of Swords that you're having to make. The Knight of Swords, Page of Pentacles here. So I feel like you're just having to look at things and understand that you just have to make you have to make adjustments. There's no other way around it. You pull this, let love be your guide, live a life from love, guided by love. Yeah, the opposite of Taurus is Scorpio. We're going to have a full moon in Scorpio, by the way, and Scorpio does deal a lot with negativity and fear, and it deals a lot with, feeling like it's the opposite of Taurus, right? Taurus is prosperity. Feeling like everything is being destroyed, but this is really, I think it's just about releasing fear. I got to be real. I think this full moon, honestly, with this solar eclipse that we had in Aries with Chiron, with the full moon in Scorpio, this is about trauma being released. And this is about the darker stuff that we're becoming aware of within the side of our own selves, and the things that we're having to acknowledge and we're having to release, the toxicity, the negativity, the fear. And so it's important to stay in an energetic vibration of love and let that be your guide especially through times when there could be uncertainty with the Five of Pentacles. I definitely know it's easier said than done, but let's see. Let's clarify this, Leo. Clarify the Knight of Swords. You pull two cards. Pull the Knight of Cups and the Three of Pentacles here. Knight of Cups is all about a dream or a vision that one is trying to fulfill. Three of Pentacles is about the work that is needed and required for you to achieve that objective. And the Knight of Swords is when we need to take action on those things. And so the dreams and the visions that you have can come about, but it is going to take you being critical and analytical and really being tenacious with it, So you pulled the Judgment here with the Page of Pentacles. Yeah, I think this is an opportunity. This is a call to initiation, right? Judgment, Page of Pentacles. It's like, are you going to accept it or are you not, right? Because the Judgment brings up a lot of fear and uncertainty, whether or not we will be able to get what it is that we want. But we have to surrender to the divine and allow ourselves to make improvements and see what's on the other side. And that takes faith with this Faith card. Yeah, Nine of Wands, which is also another faith card for me. It's Moon in Sagittarius has a lot to do with faith and belief, and the moon is a celestial body that is always changing, right? From the new moon, full moon, quarter moon. And so it's like, yeah, your faith is going to be tested. Your emotional belief is going to be tested. It's going to be adversity, but you have to let go of your fears. Clarify this Ace of Pentacles in your current energy. You have the King of Swords. I see you're focused and disciplined, and your mind is very strong at this time. And I think that's the best. That's a good thing for you at this time, because it's like there's concentration and there's focus. And I think you're really starting to take it more serious about what you're creating in your life. Clarify the Seven of Cups. You have the Five of Cups. Yep, desire, and there's frustration, right? Because Five of Cups, Seven of Cups is like you want what it is that you want. The challenge is getting it. Clarify the Ace of Swords for the advice. You have the Seven of Swords here. Seven of Swords is all about strategies and tactics. It's when we have to detach from our emotions. There is a time I feel you have to detach from your emotions to be observant. What do you think Capricorn or Saturn teaches us? Seven of Swords, Ace of Swords, but it's strategies and tactics. Seven of Swords isn't always a bad card. It's about coming up with a newer game plan for yourself and a newer way of thinking and a newer way of and applying new ideas and using your mind differently. That's what Leos are being challenged with. The opposite sign of Pluto being in Aquarius. Aquarius is eclectic. Aquarius is curious to examine, skeptical, but curious to examine everything. And that takes a lot of humility. And Leo, we are the opposite of humility. We gotta be real. And so I think it's time for you to examine and look at how you can really figure out and set new intentions and use and come up with a different way, because the way that you've been doing has not gotten you what you've wanted. I'm just keeping it real. Two of Pentacles, Five of Pentacles. There's progress, though. There's building here in the future. It's just like it's work though. It's gonna take work. I think the only thing that's gonna get you what you want is the actual work. Clarify the Palace of Pentacles or Palace of Coins. Yeah, the Eight of Pentacles. I feel like Spirit is trying to remind you here that, you know, you're mastering. Eight of Pentacles is my card of like mastery. It's like refinement. It's applying yourself on and refining something and getting good at something and making something a habit. And the Palace of Pentacles is like, you have a lot of things around you that can help you as well with this process. And so don't forget about your resources and the things that you have. Clarify the Three of Swords here. You have the Death card with the Hangman. Yep, I feel like you have no choice but to see things through, right? Three of Swords, Death card, right? It's like the Hangman. It's like Hangman's when you're in gray mist, right? Hangman's in a void. It's in between two worlds. He's leaving the old world, but the new world hasn't quite crystallized yet. The new reality, the things that the Hangman wants hasn't crystallized yet. But it's through this process of being in between worlds. It's how you go about that. And for you, I think it's letting go. I think it's letting go of. It's rebalancing the scales, right? So for instance, I'll give you an example. Let's just say you've been having way too much fun in life and you haven't worked at all, and you realize you're broke and you realize you need money, right? And you understand there's also bills you got to pay. So you got to work your ass off and sacrifice fun and play, because that's the only thing that's going to be able to bring things back into balance. So that way you can play, right? You get what I'm saying? So that's like a good example for this. But I think it's really about your faith and understanding that it's transcending fear and moving in the direction and staying focused on the direction of creation, right? Whatever, you know, there's nothing you can do. It's just like, I think you just have to keep moving forward and creating. And I do see eventually it's like you're able to make it through the other side with this Hangman, but it is kind of a voidy energy. Like you feel in a void, two worlds trying to merge into the new one. So that's what I got for you. You gotta let love be your guide here, Leo. That's what I got. I appreciate you for watching. If you want to book a personal reading with me, I'd love to do one. If you want me to go into your situation deeper, that link will be down below. The readings are on sale too. If you like this video and it resonated with you, be sure to hit that thumbs up button. If you haven't subscribed yet, be sure to do so and click the notification button bell as well. Otherwise than that, my friends, I appreciate you and I'll talk to you later.